Okay. Salute to Hollywood Unlocked. Salute to Jason Lee. Transitioning right into speaking about mothers and fathers. So this is a bit removed. I think this is about a month out at this point, but it's just the timing of this was so funny. Around the time of Mother's Day, there was a certain initiative that was put in place. This is based out of I believe Long Island, New York. And the little caption says, "New York Sheriff unveils top deadbeat dads ahead of Mother's Day. We will come find you." Jeez, I always talk about I frequently talk about these days about how like child support is like one of like the biggest fears for men. Like it's the boogeyman. It really really has a lot of men, probably unfortunately even young men in a very scared position. It says New York is one of those places where you can always expect the unexpected. And at this time, Long Island authorities didn't hold back. In a bold Mother's Day crackdown, Suffolk County Police made it real clear for fathers ducking child support: pay up or get put on blast. On Thursday, the Suffolk County Sheriff's Office dropped a bombshell by publicly revealing the county's top 10 deadbeat dads. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Let's play the video and see what really will happen.
In preparation for the Mother's Day weekend that's coming up, we are making an effort to capture the top 10 deadbeat dads here in Suffolk County.
On large poster boards, the Suffolk County Sheriff lists what he calls the top 10 deadbeat dads. One allegedly owes.
Jesus, are y'all seeing these amounts?
Holy shit.
Like, we don't know the full context of these men and these families, but I should look at this beforehand. I'm pretty sure the average child support monthly payment isn't it like $200 to $400? Maybe somebody can find it quicker than I can.
I mean, even if it's that, I'm assuming this is over the course of like 10 plus years. Isn't
It has to be. If it's not, then there's a serious question. Because none of them, I'm sure, make that much money in a year.
No. This has to be a
years,
total amount over the course of years.
Yeah, I knew it.
Average monthly child support.
Yeah, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, the average monthly child support payment across the United States is approximately $430. So, quick math. How many months, years, maybe decades do you have to not be paying your child support for it to get to the hundreds of thousands?
Is it per child?
Yeah, this has to be total because for 20 years, and I think child support stops when you're 18. So let's see. For 18 years,
It
430
stops at 18. To answer your question, Ace,
92,000.
I can find it.
92,000 over the course of 18 years. So if that's for,
and then if it's multiple children,
that's 180,000. So for the 400,000, we're talking about 5 kids.
I think it depends on the circumstance. I think there are some cases where it is per child, or most cases per child. But yeah, these are. I just wanted to stop and look at these numbers real briefly because these are some astronomical numbers. Like Jesus, and some of these brothers aren't even in New York. Oh, I guess one brother. Jesus. Okay, keep playing.
Owes $209,000 in back child support. Another $371,000, and the top man $422,000.
We are talking about thousands of dollars that could have went to food, clothing, doctor's appointments, or school supplies.
He's asking for the public's help.
If you recognize one of the individuals on the list, do the right thing. Call us. Let us help these children get the support they deserve.
If caught, the men face jail time as they repay what they owe. Sophia Hall, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM on Long Island.
Oh, Jesus, man. Now, I don't want to get into a whole... I guess we're encroaching on... I don't want to get into a whole huge child support discussion. Should people really be put in jail for this type of nonviolent crime? And does it actually put any benefit? But I am interested... I guess before we even get into anything deep... you heard what the officer said. If you identify one of these individuals, say something. Who here snitching if they come across one of these brothers? Come on.
No.
Dang, y'all think
No.
Miss Paul?
I mean, I'd say no. However, like, if they gave me like some sob story where like it was a single mother struggling and she can't get the deadbeat dad to pay, and I see that 400,000 number, I can't lie. I might realistically no, but I might be inclined to
No,
slide
you
a
know,
little down this tip.
You won't put him out in a lineup, but you'll be like, I think that guy y'all were looking for is
I'm assuming this is like a coworker situation.
actually,
not like hanging
yeah,
out
no.
down the street.
You know, it wouldn't necessarily
Oh,
be
it
the
was somebody
mom's
else.
story that would get me. It would be the behavior of the man, because the mom can
It'd have to
the
be a
mom.
two.
All the moms need the money, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All the moms
Well,
need the money,
All
I'm
the
sure. But
kids
the
need the
dad,
money.
if the dad won,
That's correct.
oh yeah, sorry. To be clear, yes, for the kids. To be clear, I'm sure they could all use it and it could all help the children if the mothers are actually giving it to the children. But I'm not even going to put that in question. The dad's behavior. If the dad, one, is acting flashy and buying crap that they shouldn't have and doing all that stuff, that would make me feel weird. But also, yeah, it would just be the general behavior of the father. But the other thing is, like, you don't know what that relationship was between the mom and the dad. And there have been too many stories where the mom is trying to, like, block the dude out completely. The dude's trying to get in. The mom is saying all kind of stuff, poisoning the kids against it. That, like, there's all kind of dynamics where, okay, he's not paying and he should be paying. He should be supporting his kid. But, like, sometimes these situations are super, super just tense. Like, so I think it would be more of that, like, if the dude is being an idiot and flashy and all that crap. Would I do it? I would consider it. I don't actually do it, but that would make me actually think twice. But other than that, I'm not trying to get involved.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Again, I hope it doesn't go like super weird. And I'm on record, even though maybe I have in the past. I do try my best not to contribute to the ongoing culture war of men and women. But I guess point blank period. What do y'all think of this? I feel as if this is kind of like a meme, kind of like some Boondocks type stuff.
Yeah.
But it is like these are real people with real children and have all real child support. I guess do y'all look at this and think it's fair game, or do you think this is taking child support collection a bit too far, kind of making a mockery of the system and the dynamic? Let's spin it back in and start with you, Ace. What do you think of all this?
I think I'm fine with it for the most part. I was trying to think if there's any reason I would be particularly against it. And like Wes said, I mean, what Wes was just saying about these situations, they can be nuanced. It's like, yes, I definitely acknowledge that. But at the same time, it's like at the end of the day, you as a man have to take responsibility for the action that you took. Like you got a woman pregnant. There's consequences
Going back to the Kumar
that come along
story.
with that. Yeah, it really does. Like and yeah, now the state is involved, whatever entity is involved in collecting child support. I mean, is involved in ensuring child support is collected. Like they're involved, and you're locked into this situation now. So trying to dodge it or escape it, it's like it's pointless. And I don't like, while I can possibly maybe empathize, it's still, to me, it just comes back to the children are the children are supposed to have the support of their parents, and this is like the minimal thing that is still being required of you. So, I yeah, you gotta.
$10,000 is minimal.
Yeah, I mean, over the course of how many years per child? Yeah,
Jesus.
if you were in their life, it would be the same thing. So
Facts. Take it. Okay, so
If the calculation is right, if the
now that's
calculation is just.
now that's obviously one point we could obviously always get into. Like some people that are against the child support system, if you truly feel as like they literally are overtaxing the parent that's pay child support, listen, get involved with politics. Go start talking to your politicians and ask them to change the amounts. Because other than that, it's just the math. And again, if the average thing is $400 a month, obviously I'm not trying to be dismissive and be like that's not a chunk of change out of a lot of people's paychecks. But at the same time, like in the grand scheme of that, imagine if you only had to give a literal child $400 a month.
Yep.
Whatchamacallit? Oh, taking it one step further, what would you do if this is one of your peers, associates? I won't say like your full on best friends because I think more highly of y'all, but it was on his list.
yeah. I'm I don't know. I don't feel like um I would actively try to have a conversation about it per se. I'm trying to think about people who are not necessarily my friend, but people I interact with. I don't think I would go out of my way and bring it up, but at the same time, like if you're on a poster and like everybody knows about it, I feel like it would be hard not to bring it up.
Like if I saw someone I knew on a poster, I'd send them a picture. I'm like, "This is you?" Question marks. Like, that's not a question.
No, they got you. They got you. You good?
Clearly not.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Fair enough.
There would be a conversation.
What about you, Ghost? What do you think of this display, this attempt to? I also don't like the deadbeat. I kind of like the deadbeat dad.
The name is.
Maybe
The name is a little bit indulgent.
maybe that's me feeding into my male like discrimination side. Yeah. What do you think of this? Is it like a mockery joint, or do you think it is what it is, Ghost? What do you think?
As far as this specific thing goes, I'm fine with it. I mean, it is kind of like a promotional. I don't want to say promotional thing, but it's kind of for publicity. You could say, "Oh, why do this on Mother's Day? Do it any other day?" Blah blah blah. But overall, I think
They should do it on Father's Day.
Yo, that'd be devious. But I think it has an overall positive effect. I off topic, but didn't we have like a similar topic where there was like a public display shaming type thing with like schools?
Yeah, it was the parents of kids who were dead. I don't
Bullies?
remember what.
Maybe.
I don't think it was bullies, but maybe there was the ones that called in bomb threats or stuff like that. I think
Yeah. That
Oh
sounds.
I don't remember.
Yeah. That just reminded me of this. But overall, I don't have an issue with this because I think at the end of the day, we can get into child support, how it might not be the best system. There's a lot of situations where men are getting taken advantage of, or women in the rare case where it's a woman paying child support. There's a lot of fluctuating situations. I'm sure, seen a good amount of Tyler Perry movies to know to know some of the shenanigans that could go on, but stereotypes aside and all that, at the end of the day, I think it is for the benefit of the kids that child support is being paid. And if you're not doing that, no matter your circumstance or situation, and you're not making any efforts to rectify it, then I kind of can't really co-sign you ducking and diving, dodging the payments, unless again I know the full situation. And I say this as someone who has seen all the stories and I'm on the side of the people that absolutely I do fear having to pay child support for whatever reason. And I also say this as someone on the side of my biological father did not pay child support for many, many years, and there was never any legal action taken against him when there could have been. So
Same.
I can see both.
Damn, are we child support babies? Or lack thereof?
Apparently, but yeah, and when I was younger, like I definitely was not like poor or anything or living in the squalor. I will not say that because my parents' mom did everything she could to provide, but like we weren't living it up. I'll say that. So child support it does matter. However, again, I do understand there are some extenuating circumstances sometimes where women are taking advantage of the men trying to do what they can, blah blah blah. But without going case by case basis, I am okay with this and for it, mostly, kind of.
Fair enough. What about you, Wes? Do you have any other thoughts on this showcase? Is it too much, or is it just the right amount of public shaming for folks that are ducking and dodging child support?
No, it's fine. To be clear, I do think that like obviously like, men need to be paying their child support. Because yeah, it's a result. Ultimately, it's a result of the decision of who you chose to be with, who you chose to have children with. And if they charge you or whatever, if they're hitting you for almost all your wages and you're on the street because of it, you still got to pay it. Like to me, you still got to pay it regardless. It's just that the question of am I going vigilante on these people not knowing their situation? No, because there's a lot of nuance and they might be like to pressure somebody after they're going through whatever they're going through with their baby mom or whatever is unnecessary for me to go out of my way and do it. It's like I said, not knowing the situation and not knowing the details, but everybody's got to pay it. Like you got to pay it. It's the law. It is what it is. And also, don't they garnish wages? Like, what happened to that? Don't they just start chipping out of your paycheck?
I would
Maybe
imagine
that's not
that
all
this is like
cases.
You are absolutely
people
correct. They do
working off
garnish.
the books.
Yeah,
and
you're
not
absolutely. They do garnish
disclosing
wages, but you think
where
a
they're
person
working.
that
Oh,
racked,
yeah,
up
working
this
at
level
the
of
table.
child support debt has a regular 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's true. If you can't get at their paycheck, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's
It's crazy.
That's
You'll hear stories of in order to avoid child support, men will literally not men. And that's the point I want to get to when we're talking about this. People will literally quit their jobs and then like work on the side or do something like that. Basically, have no income on the record coming in. But yeah, my apologies. Was there anything else you had?
no, those
Yeah, that was what came to my mind while listening to this. I think the biggest problem is, and let me not give this to later. This is called Deadbeat Dads. So this is why like all the men in the comments, if we were to look at it, is probably gonna have uber contention with this because this just seems like it's a quote unquote continual attack on like men that are fathers that maybe want to have some role in their child's life, but they feel as if they're continually being attacked by the system, by the mother, by all these entities. I think if they wanted to make this nice and equitable, they should have had some examples of, because obviously child support is not just, and that's the main problem. When we think of child support, we think of it like this is a male problem, and statistically it is, but that's not true. If for certain in the one-off cases where if the male had primary custody, and then they went to court and said, okay, so now the mother has to pay child support, that would be a situation it can exist.
Good point. Good point.
It's not necessarily likely, but if this county could have found like that one example of a woman that owes child support and then put them up on this and then just call it
This
deadbeat.
is again Mother's
parent.
Day.
And, I don't know.
They're not going to do that on Mother's Day.
This is why this is a contentious thing because
Maybe they do the women's one on Father's Day.
Oh, there you go. Okay, there. Yeah, we gotta wait till Father's Day. I don't know when that is. I think it's in June. You gotta wait till that. Yes. When Father's Day come around, they got to do the deadbeat. The only problem is there's not a lot of alliteration. We like alliteration. Misfit moms. They gotta do something like that, and they gotta put a whole bunch of moms on there that ain't taking care of their kids. That's nice and fair. We like that. But obviously on the serious note, yeah, everyone just take care of your kids, and don't procreate somebody that that has a high likelihood of ending up on child support. You'll be on child support one day. But if there's nothing else, we can move on to the next topic.